thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely.
Congratulations on Big Hero 6. You must be delighted with how it's turned out.
We are absolutely thrilled, and you know that we've rolled the movie out in a few different places, and it's great here and sitting in the crowd and watching it with an audience and having them respond with laughter, but also hearing those sniffles.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, when I talk to people about Big Hero 6, the first thing I talk about is Baymax, but can you tell me a little bit about the story behind this wonderful robot?
Yeah, well, I mean, the Baymax is actually based on a real technology. It's called soft robotics, and I did a research trip very early on in the development of this film because we had a desire to put a robot on screen you've never seen before. That was sort of our mandate. In fact, we put pictures up of every robot that existed in cinema and said, okay, we can't do any of this, we got to find a new robot. And so in order to do that, we did our research. We went to MIT, Harvard, and Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, and it was at Carnegie Mellon I met a researcher who was doing research in soft robotics. And it was like something I've never seen before. And essentially, they're going to be making robots made of vinyl that are inflatable that will be used in the healthcare industry in the future. And right then and there, I knew we'd found our Baymax. We'd found our huggable robot.
Now tell me about the city that Big Hero 6 is set in, San Francisco.
San Francisco, yeah.
Is this some kind of chilling World War II alternate reality ending?
No, we never thought of it that way. We wanted to make kind of a playful, fun city. And the idea behind that was, you know, it's the Big Hero 6 is based on a Marvel comic called Big Hero 6, and essentially it was a Japanese superhero team. So after we discussed it with Marvel, and they gave us full encouragement to take this and make it our own, and said, create your own universe, create your own world. That was very exciting for us because we spent a lot of time doing that. And so we love the idea of taking the Japanese aesthetic from the comic book, but apply it to a city like San Francisco that has a lot of iconic things like Golden Gate Bridge and cable cars and this and that. And we felt like we could create a really cool, interesting new place that was sort of fantasy-based. As opposed to sitting it in a real city.
Visually, this movie is gorgeous. I can't imagine there weren't millions of people poring over every frame.
Yeah, we had a crew of about 500 people. When you look at the end credits, it's a long list of people. And this film was really beloved by the crew, and they put everything they had into it. I can't say enough about the artistry of everybody at Disney Animation. They are. To a person, everybody's at the top of their game right now, and they really put everything they could into this film.
One thing I loved, the characters in Big Hero 6 are all inventors.
Yeah.
They're scientists who have taken these machines with a practical use and turned them into superheroes.
Yeah.
So would you be any good at that in real life?
No, I would be terrible at that in real life. I come from more the artistic side. I could draw them, but I don't know if I could actually make them. I don't have the maker gene in me.
Okay, so we could expect you to be maybe Toaster Man, but not Laser Man.
No, not Laser Man. Maybe on a good day, Toaster Man.
Okay, awesome. What have audience reactions been like when people have gone to see Big Hero 6?
You know, it's so gratifying to sit in an audience and watch this film because, you know, they laugh hysterically at all the funny stuff, and you can tell they're on the edge of their seat with a lot of the action sequences, which is great because we're action movie fans. But the best feeling is when you can hear sniffles, because you know the movie's touching them emotionally. And that's what we put the most work in, is just making sure that this story resonated emotionally. And I think it's actually surprising to people because, you know, they see that there's a robot in the film and sort of superheroes, got a sort of superhero element, but at its core, it's a really emotional movie and a really emotional story. So I think that's the thing that it surprises people the most.